everyone, my name is Ruth George and I am a trust and estate attorney, and I'm here today with my friend Kirsten.
Hi, I'm Kirsten.
I'm putting out this video for educational purposes only. Any video I do put out does not establish an attorney-client relationship, but Kirsten today has a fabulous story that provides insights in regard to estate planning and probate matters. So Kirsten, take it away.
All right, so recently my friend's father died. Long before his death, he and his daughter had agreed that all of his assets would go to her son, his grandson. And he said, oh, the will is with my lawyer, and there's a whole bunch of other documents. And so he seemed very organized, and she told me when he was dying, she goes, my dad has everything completely organized. Well, after he passed away, they went to the lawyer. And the lawyer brought out the will, and he said, well, 50% goes to Nikki and 50% goes to Patty. Now, you are like, why are my eyes bugging out? Well, my friend is not named Patty. The grandson is named Nikki. Patty was the man's wife who had died 12 years prior to his death.
Yeah.
So it wasn't an updated will.
Classic story, right? You think one thing, but the estate planning documents say another thing.
Right.
So we all need to get our estate planning documents out and review them. And along with knowing where your original will is, when you do review your documents, you may make some changes and you may have some additional planning that you want to do. I know in the situation that you've told me, I can think of some really beneficial items that could have been done above and beyond the will. So we can't rely on even the organized person telling us, I got everything handled. We really need to take more action than that. Get the original documents out and review, and then communicate with your team of helpers, both professional and non-professional. Because as I say, we all are on an estate planning spectrum from good to better to best. To get to best, you need to have communication and clarity. You need to know what is in the documents, and you need to be able to communicate that to all of those people. And to be able to do that, you need courage. You really need courage to be able to face everything. So Kirsten, take us on from here.
So here's what could have happened. Because the will was so outdated, my friend could have contested that she wasn't in the will. She wasn't going to do that because her son was the beneficiary. But imagine that when you don't have an up-to-date will, how often do you hear about family members contesting? She could have, but instead she signed off on documents. But if the will had been up to date, they wouldn't have needed her signature on anything. So it turned out well in the end.
Right. So we need to know, again, more than just assets. We need to know about people, because people will be involved in a probate proceeding. According to, here in New York State law, there is a statute as far as who must be provided with a copy, certified copy of the original will or the original will itself. They need to review the will, and if they're okay with the will and the contents in the will and who's appointed in the will and so on, they would sign a waiver. In your case, you're saying that, this could have ended quite differently with either a real delay in the probate proceeding or an objection against the will, or even just going to a hearing, which again would cause more delays. So we need to know about the people involved at the time of doing our estate planning matters, because those are the people that will have certain rights at the time of probate. And in the normal situation, we have to think about concerns we may have. And then above and beyond that, there could be some real red flags that are screaming at you, and you need to get a handle on that. And then draft appropriate documents or plan appropriately according to what your wishes are. So great story, Kirsten. I just think it brings up so many very important matters in regard to planning and probate. So thank you so much for sharing that.
How can people get in touch with you?
Well, thank you for asking. We're doing this very impromptu, but hey, wasn't that really great of her? So Ruth George is, again, my name, and my office is Ruth P. George Law, PLLC. My phone number is 716-982-1662, and my email is Ruth at ruthpgeorgelaw.com. Thank you so much, Kirsten. I appreciate it.
All right, bye, everybody.
Bye.